So I want to talk today about choice and personal freedom. It's been something that has been on my mind a lot lately. And the choices that I need to make for myself and the choices that I get to make for myself.
We're going to shoot something really big.
From 2009 until 2014, I was in a job that I hated. I had some great creative moments in it. There were some spikes of real accomplishment in it. But for the most part, I had a series of bosses that ruled by fear. I had an office culture that was riddled with people that were miserable and hated their lives, myself included. How am I being treated as a human being in this culture where I spend 10, 11, 12, 13 hours a day, right? So in 2014, I made the decision to walk away from that. Now, I've always been in a creative field, and simply because I was allowed to exercise some creativity doesn't mean that I was happy or that that was the right place for me. When I left that life in 2014, I had to ask myself some real serious questions. And one is, what do I want my life to look like? Personal fulfillment is a really important thing. Maybe to you, freedom looks like, having a steady job and a job that you enjoy and people you work with. And that's a noble, awesome pursuit. And I think that that's possible for everyone. When I hear people say, hey, you just got to kind of suck it up. No, you don't. You don't have to just suck it up and take it. What am I going to do on my deathbed and look back and go, well, I really sucked it up and took it, man. What a quality life. So I really do believe if you're in a shitty job, quit. If you're in a bad relationship, leave. I just had two people in my life that were kind of this work friendship thing. And sometimes they say don't mix business with friendship. It's a good idea, but also sometimes you can't help but form those relationships. And I walked away from those two relationships very recently because they didn't make any sense to me. I left those, every time I was with those people, I left feeling worse about myself than feeling better. And I don't know anybody an explanation as to why I want them in my life, why I don't want them in my life. For months, I thought it was my problem. And maybe it was. Maybe I was immovable on something. Maybe it was. But at the end of the day, I get to choose who I let in and who I don't. I get to choose where I work and where I don't. I get to choose who I spend my time with and who I don't. So if I can't express this, and maybe this is something, you're in a dead-end job, you're in a cubicle farm, and you have your financial well-being is in the hands of somebody you barely know and who may not have your best interest in mind. You need to know it's okay to quit that job. And if you have that thing rattling around in your head that says, I want to make this. This means something. I can't stop thinking about this. Then by all means, you have to make it. You have to make that. You cannot die with that still left in you. And if all of this sounds big and mushy, fuck it. I don't care, because it is so important now, today, more than ever, that we write our own scripts, that we live by our own understanding of what is best for us. And that sometimes we have to invest in ourselves first so that we can take care of the people in our life and that they can take care of us. So my hope is that we all get to have life happen for us rather than to us. And that maybe we get to live our life on purpose this time. Maybe we get to start today